All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about how a really simple, intentional night routine isn't just about, getting better sleep. It's about completely changing how your days feel, right from the moment your alarm goes off. We've all been there, right? You're lying in bed, the phone is glued to your hand, and you tell yourself, okay, just one more video. And then boom, it's an hour later. You don't even remember what you watched, and you're definitely not entertained. You're just stuck. It's the super common, super frustrating loop that so many of us are trapped in. And this right here is the big idea. This quote totally reframes what our nights are for. An evening isn't just the end of the day. It's literally the launch pad for the next one. The quality of your night directly, and I mean directly, sets the quality of your morning. So first things first, let's really diagnose this problem, this modern distracted evening that I like to call the late night scroll trap. For a lot of us, our nights are just chaos. One night you're answering work emails way too late, feeling guilty. The next, you're binge watching a show until 2 a.m, or just scrolling on your phone until your eyes actually start to hurt. And we tell ourselves, I'm just relaxing. But if we're being honest, we're just running on fumes. And this is where our brains kind of fool us. There's this huge disconnect, right? We think we're unwinding, but what's really happening is we're just avoiding stuff. We're numbing out the stress from the day that we never really dealt with, or all those thoughts swirling around in our heads. It's not real rest. It's just procrastination with a screen. And all of this leads to this massive realization, a real epiphany about what these messy nights are actually costing us. And it has a name: energy debt. So what is energy debt? Well, it's when you wake up already feeling behind. It's like starting your day with your phone battery at 20%. You never got a full charge. These bad nights don't just steal your sleep. They steal your next day's potential before it even has a chance, leaving you tired, cranky, and just totally unfocused. So, how do we fix this? How do we get out of this debt? Well, the good news is the solution isn't some crazy, impossible lifestyle change. It's a super practical 7-step system designed to help you intentionally close out your day and take back your nights. Let's start with part 1, the shutdown. This is all about creating a clear, firm boundary between work and life and rest. Think about someone who used to answer messages at all hours. They started setting a hard cutoff alarm at 8:30 p.m. to close the laptop. That's it. Work is over. Just that one little change had their sleep improving in less than a week. It's a signal that your on time is officially done. Okay, of all these steps, I'm not gonna lie, the digital detox is probably the hardest, but it also gives you the biggest bang for your buck. Here's why. The blue light from our screens messes with melatonin. That's the hormone that signals, hey, it's time to sleep. Plus, all that information just keeps our brains buzzing. Putting the phone away isn't just a suggestion, it's pretty much non-negotiable for real rest. And if you need proof, check this out. In one case, a friend swapped her nightly phone scroll for an actual physical book. The result? She started falling asleep on average 40 minutes faster. 40 minutes! That's a huge, real-world win from one tiny change. All right, so once you've shut down the day, we move into part 2, the wind down. This phase is all about actively getting your body and mind ready for sleep. You create a calm vibe. Dim the lights, maybe make some herbal tea. These are physical cues that tell your brain it's time to power down. Then you take just a few mindful moments, maybe some deep breathing, whatever works for you, to quiet those racing thoughts. And finally, you nail the basics of sleep hygiene, like making sure your room is cool and dark. You're setting the stage for deep, quality rest. I absolutely love this metaphor. Think about it. You would never just cut the engines on a plane flying at 30,000 feet, right? Of course not. You have to descend slowly, gradually. The wind down window is the exact same thing for your brain. It's a gentle, slow descent into sleep, letting your whole system know that it's safe to power off. Okay, so we've talked about the problem, we've gone through the 7-step solution, but knowing all this is one thing, and actually doing it is another. So let's make this feel totally doable, starting right now. Looking at 7 steps can feel like a lot. You might be thinking, there is no way I can do all of that. And you know what? That is perfectly okay. The goal here is not perfection. It's just progress. So here's the secret. Don't even try to do everything at once. Just pick one. Seriously, just one thing from that list. Maybe it's the 5-minute tidy up, or maybe it's just plugging your phone in to charge across the room instead of next to your bed. Pick one small thing and just commit to doing that one thing tonight. That is how this all starts. So let's end with this powerful thought. The time you put into your evening isn't wasted time. It's a direct investment in a more focused, a more calm, and a more energized you tomorrow. The power to completely transform your days really, truly does begin the night before.